Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to make sure that an event is getting called. Okay, so the first thing, we're going to draw this destructible sphere into the scene. We're going to make sure here the physics is enabled, so it drops. We start playing. Okay, so you heard an explosion there. If we go and open the destructible element here, we go into our settings, we see that we have an explosion sound set there. So what we're gonna do now is we want it to explode, right? So we're going to make a blueprint out of this, right? So if we go here, shape sphere, destructible component, blueprint, add script. We're gonna place it in the blueprints folder, and we're gonna call this shape. We're gonna leave it with this default name. Okay, so it opens, and then in the event graph, what we do here, whenever we're gonna call the onFracture event. So for the destructible, if you go back down here on the right, you see all of the events that are available. You could also start typing on fracture, add on component fracture. Okay, so this is what we want. So when it fractures, what we're going to do is we're going to apply an impulse, a radial impulse. So we're going to bring this guy here, and we're going to say add radial impulse on the destructible component. Oops, so we don't need this guy. Okay. We're gonna add it at the origin of the destructible component. So let's get world location here, and let's say that the strength of this impulse is going to be 5,000. Okay. So compile it. Let's look at it now. Oops. Let's dock this up here and then play. Okay, so something wasn't working, right? What could it be? So what we want to do now is use the debugger. Okay, so let's look at it. Oops, let's make this a little bigger. It's difficult to do this with one screen, but when we run it, when we run in play here, we'll see what functions are getting called. Okay, so we see that the radial impulse is being applied, but nothing is, we don't see anything. So what could it be? Maybe it is that our impulse is not big enough, right? So let's go here. Let's examine the values, size of radial impulse. So this is where it's gonna be. Okay, it needs to be larger than 0. So we compile it again. We play it, and now it explodes. Okay, so make sure, one, that you use the debugger to see what is the flow of execution, right? And second, probably you had a problem here with the radius. Bye.